might have just been another dead tree used to line your pet hamster's cage. But in college, the syllabus is one of your most important tools to succeeding in your coursework. In your syllabus, you will find things like course outcomes, your teacher's individual grading policy, how many points are in the course, well, will they offer extra credit, and at times, a schedule of the different things and topics you will go over in the class and when about they will be gone over the next 16 weeks.
The syllabi you receive will likely differ in length and specific content. However, there are still a few things you want to look out for in every syllabus you receive. First of all, the instructor will give you their information in the first part of the syllabus. That will include their name and their email and their office hours information. This is important because some instructors will have their office hours in person in their office. Some of them will have them strictly over Zoom and give you a link, and some of them will have a combination of both, where you can either go in person or log in over Zoom. It will also give you the times. Keeping all these in mind is important, especially when you have questions that arise during class. The next thing you want to look out for is the instructor's grading policy. This will tell you what the instructor expects from you insofar as grades, what it will take to get an A in your course. For example, in this course, a B is an 80 to an 89.5%, and grades will be determined by rounding. So if you got an 89.5 or above in this course, then you might actually have an A in the class, but not all instructors have such a policy. So it is important to make sure you know what is expected of you and how much you give and take you have and what an A truly is. The next thing you want to be careful about is how many points are in the class and how much each category of work you will be doing in that class is worth. This class was made up of 100 points, 10 points for homework assignments, 25 points per midterm, and 40 points for the final exam. This is important because with this information, you can try to calculate your future and final grade even if you don't have all the portals and WIO courses available to you yet. Next thing you want to watch out for is the late assignments policy the instructor has. Every instructor is different. For example, this instructor did not accept any late assignments in the course. However, some instructors will give you up to 80% of your overall grade if turned in late, or will just take a point off your overall grade if turned in late. This is important because when you have a ton of homework due, sometimes you have to triage assignments, and if one assignment can't be turned in late, but the other one can be with a small penalty, you might have to decide which one you want to do. And if one of them can be turned in late, then do the other one first. The next thing you want to look out for is the course outline that often comes in at the end of the syllabus. Now, not every professor does this, but many of them do. And this gives you a good outlook on what the course will look like. So this was a 3-week summer course I took during the middle of the pandemic, so it's much shorter than the ones you will likely receive for the 16-week semester. However, it still has the same basic tenets. Week 1, week 2, and what you kind of can look out for, especially when the tests are. Now, this is subject to change, especially in the longer semester, but this will still give you kind of an outline of what you can expect to learn in the class.
Not all teachers or professors offer extra credit, and they're not obligated to. Some professors have designed their classes or feel that their classes are best and most effective if you're doing all your work and are not relying on external sources of points. That if you want to get the points in the class, you have to do the work specifically in the class, and that's fine. But some professors have a slightly different policy on that. They think, yeah, no, either this is a hard course, or I've been in their shoes and I think I'd appreciate this, or whatever, and they will offer extra credit opportunities. Check your syllabus to see if they have listed any of those opportunities in there, because first of all, they'll tell you what you're looking at for extra credit, or will they offer it at all. If there's no mention of extra credit in the syllabus, that means that maybe you could ask if you really needed it. Say, hey, I'm really struggling with this course. I don't think I'm going to get the grade that I wanted. I have been working really hard and I'm just kind of falling short. Can I redo any of my schoolwork for extra credit? Can I do an extra assignment for extra credit? And just see what they say. Professors have been in your shoes and they know what you're going through. And if they hear a reasonable case and it goes along with what they value in their own teaching style, they'll likely offer you an opportunity or at least help you do better in the course. Always try to get your homework in on time. What you don't see is the background and the behind the scenes of the class. It's a ton of grading and it's a ton of work. When I was working with Zhang Lao Shi, the Chinese professor here at University of Wyoming as her teaching assistant, I saw just how much work goes into having to grade assignments, especially when students turn them in a bit late. So always try to be nice to your professors and to your own grades and get your homework in on time. Another thing to check on is the course outcomes that I was mentioning. This will tell you about what your teacher is thinking about for this course. It'll say, okay, this is math microeconomics. All right, we're looking at these 4 things that you're supposed to get out of this course. And that means that you can see, do I, first of all, want to learn that? Is this needed for my degree? And if you're not comfortable with that, you can still drop within the first week of school. Don't feel bad about dropping classes if you need to. Sometimes you took too many credits and you're realizing it's too much of a workload to get the grades you want. Or sometimes your schedule changes and you might have work or some other pressing responsibilities that makes it such that you need to take this part of your semester out. And that's totally fine. A syllabus can help you figure out which you're comfortable with. If you are okay with the way the teacher wrote the syllabus, so you can tell a lot about the teacher's style from the way they present themselves in their syllabus. So if you get a vibe that maybe this isn't the right thing for you right now, then that's totally fine. But you need to read the syllabus to find out.